We are recording the interview of George Downing. This interview is being conducted by David Barry from the Wright State University Veteran Voices Project. Also in attendance is Ruth Downing. This interview is being recorded at George and Ruth Downing's home in Washington Courthouse, Ohio. It is 10 a.m. on February 22nd, 2017. So, George, where and when were you born?
Up here on Mark Street, and I didn't know much in October. We had a difference. We had a different house when we went through the county, and that's about it. I was next to the last one being born. Yeah, that's all I know about. I said I was born there, and so sorry, saying shit. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. What about your parents? What were their occupations?
He was a plumber, and he had been on the
Did your father ever serve in the military?
no, he was too big of a coward or something. Afraid he was gonna get discharged, so he hurried up and had and that's all I know is that.
Okay. What about your mother?
She was a worker, and she baked, 'cause that was her trade. Yeah, she baked out of the home, and she was might say she was a baker too. She
What kind of things did she bake?
anything you wanted.
Mm. Probably really good, like cookies and cakes, or
Yeah, homemade bread. And yeah, I don't know what it was.
it's a rare thing nowadays.
Well, yeah, she baked there in the home, and she worked at the baker downstairs. It was at my she hit the home with it, 'cause uh, I don't think that uh,
Yeah. You said that you were the last one born. Does that mean that you had siblings?
uh, you had uh, something's wrong with her. Uh, when she was born, 48, I think it was 48, she was diagnosed as a word. Uh, she was born with when I came along in 43. She had diagnosis of uh, some hor- she had cancer, and she died was she was it bad.
Sorry to hear that.
Uh, the, uh,
That's okay. We can move on. Uh, what were you doing before you went into the military?
Going to school.
Just high school or college?
Yeah.
What made you want to join?
What made me want to join the Navy? Well, I knew I was going to be drafted if I stayed around. I didn't ever want to get to Moses. I'm saying all different manners. Uh, I was going to school. I was, my brother got caught with uh, they go, they go, they go. Oh, no, NATO had a plant down at the end of the street there, and a little boy down there, he was wanting to. We we ran with that. I don't know who it was, and you just wore a nice looking outfit. Now they uh, very good white uniform, and they laid them. And I never did learn how they kept that white uniforms alive. It propelled work, and always like that little hat. Uh, it wasn't the white hat. It was the ones, I guess, had U.S. Navy. I wondered why that was due.
So you like the Navy because you saw the uniform?
Yeah.
They are pretty sharp looking.
Yeah, they are.
So, what happened when you signed up? Did you go to basic anywhere?
Yeah, I went to, yeah, that was the highlight of the whole deal. That quite who do that year. Joined the Navy and 98 in the Navy. It was having it was in this in the Navy. And she's not fucking this off.
No, you're fine.
Uh,
Do you remember where you went to basic at?
yeah, walking in Illinois. You know the place?
Nah, I've never been there.
And that's where when everybody went to Waukegan and the white uniform is all right, but I hope I like the white. Deep.
Is there any specific memories you have from basic training? Any drill instructors or
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, I'm not going to use the names. We had a little short. He was engineering engine or something like that, and he was our
Drill instructor?
drum instructors, and he and he was a little thing. He was walking through the roads of and he says he was wise. He knew what he was doing, but he said, if anybody think they can whip me, we'll take off all the clothes and go at it. I was, he was a drill instructor, and he took his coat off, folded that, made it on the table. He says, now, we got full. No. Yeah. And he was pretty little thing on it, about 5 foot, just about this. And this guy that got yeah, he was the second row, and he stepped out of note. He says, "Yeah, I think I can." I looked at Jesus Christ, and he walked over there and he looked down at that because he was 6'2". He says, "Yeah, I think I can do had heck of a bacteria, you know, and he would tell the guy, he said, "You sure you don't want to work?" He says, "Nope, game's on." He says, "I got it. I'm not going to hurt you." I said, "Yeah, you will." He says, "You think you can hit me?" I said, "Sure can." I turned around, "Hey, Myra, come here." He was looking, just boom, hard as he hit. I mean, you could hear that jet, that boom. You could hear that for 4 blocks.
Wow.
And he laid there for a half hour, never moved. He didn't. We was all standing there, and I says, "Yeah, you're still alive." And I'll never forget that fall as I live. He goes, boom, and he really done it.
Was that the trainee that was on the ground for 30 minutes or the drill instructor? Okay.
Yeah, he was dead in half tilt. He came to about 20 minutes, 20, 25, and he picked up his coat, put it on. He says, "Gamma sight."
So what was your duties in the Navy?
Uh, you really want to know? I was a bad boy. That is,
No.
uh, we was, I was, really, really, I wasn't in the Navy. We went with followed the SEAL round. And he says, you like your SEAL? Yeah, I like it real well. And I ran with him. And the captain of the ship, he was with the SEALs. And I just started, because we wasn't doing nothing. They put me down as a water transfer. And I followed them around for quite a while. And they, they just, they rock, they jump at you, and he, he trained me to be a SEAL, but I wasn't. And it, it went on. I was the SEAL, uh, and I didn't have the first training of one of these SEALs. And I followed the captain of this. Yes. And we got up there. I trained for SEAL, and I done everything that the SEAL does, and I followed the SEAL around, and the captain says, "Well, I'll see that he gets in with the real SEALs so you know what it was about. And
What were some of the things you did with the SEALs? I'm sure you can't tell me everything, but what was just, would you go out with them on missions or?
yeah, we trained, but I could go on. We didn't have the clearance, and everything they do, I do it. And it was a hair banger, I'll tell you.
So what was some of that training? What did it look like? Was it small arms training, explosive, communication?
Everything
So you,
crammed in that little basket. He teed me all. He he's up to me, cat, and I really can't talk about
that's great. How was it adapting to that kind of environment?
there, but he stole. Yeah, he put me in the sewing machine with well, we transferred oil and buckle and transferred shells, and they didn't have no room for me on that ship. But he made a bunk bed with engineering the division, and I was I truly wasn't in the Navy. He just everything they done, I done. If they'd go out and waste 150 bullets, I'd be fine holding with him, hold the flag. We got called and gone, and we we went up to the there was a cook. He was bad. He says, "Come on, we gotta go get some steel. We're gonna get us a party going along." And he says, "I couldn't go," and we couldn't go. And I was standing in water, ankle high. another friendly fire when we was getting ready to go. Uh, uh, a fan, he says, try this, I'll stay with me. And they thought they were just training the, we got on the ship, the Greenwich Bay, AVP 41s, and we was on and we went over to Non and we got back. We were just over there and maybe A division. Couldn't be two places at once. And I can't tell you this either.
Can you tell me what you did in Vietnam? Did you go there and support the SEAL missions, or?
Yeah, we got down in Corks too. We could kill and queers. Loading memory behind us and loading memories up. Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, we was playing football on the yeah. And we we was there in Cart. I don't know the name of the. Anyway, we was loading the ship with ammunition. And they told me to go there and I said, okay, how much you want? Well, this whole wall. And I said, that's no problem. I was carrying two at a time. Yeah. And the others just they grab one, take off with it, come back, be another one. And he says, I got a snake, you tell you. Okay. And blooded that you didn't see. Anyway, I loaded all these 3/4 of his shit. Yeah, because I had to do the cooking for the captain. And as 105s, and they was still coming along up Ho Chi Minh. Three boots come across the deck there. It says, we're supposed to do what you do. Should have not quit.
Why was that?
Now you can write this down if you want to, but you can't load it. We was loading ammunition. 20 millimeter, 40 millimeter. And we got tied up with the 105. Big shells. And I was standing there. Say, what do you want to do with these? He says, got loaded. He said, I don't see some of your fancy bullet built bullet training. I says, okay. And there was one there. There was okay. You ready for some shit? Yeah, we got aboard the Cranston Bay, and he loaded, said he loaded 3.5, 3.5 I don't know what you call them. I didn't hear half of it. And it's a one that go. So we was before 501. Yeah, it's about this long, about that bell, the big. And he was a writer for the ship. And 105s, the 20 millimeter. And he says, anyway, 3 boots come up on the nest deck. Oh, hell with them, uncle. Do it anyway. He's got the 40 millimeter. He got it loaded. He said, let's go load some 45s. And I said, anything you want. And he was up there loading 40. Wasn't supposed to do that. We stumbled over a piece of paper like that there on the deck, and it came across the deck, and I looked at blue 105. Okay, and we thought we blowed it. Oh, and we wasn't supposed to have him. And he got down there and he says, "We're gonna load 5." You load 5 105s, 105, 105. I thought we'd never run out and done the things. And we got them. They coming back. Out that thing keep there. He told me, he says, "They're just panic. Can you do that now?" "Yeah, anybody can do that." Oh, I got the 105s all done myself, and so we got them done. And thing, he said, "Do you get him?" I said, "Yeah, I got him. What do you want to do with him?" I said, "Well, you got him put up?" "Sure, I stowed him." "Mm, we can't let them know we're sneaky. Sneakier than a rat trying to get out of a hole." Uh, and so we, we was taking in 104s. They went over to Philippines. Yeah, okay. So we got all that shit stowed away, and we got to playing football on the ship down the pier, you know, and we just doing it. And the guy come out and he says, "You chasing the admiral?" "Yeah." He says, "Don't be too loose to him shells, 'cause we gotta take so many over on in the governor or the or the way to, well, anyway, Pakistan." had drawn, come back with it. And yeah, we put them in storage. But on that crate, that yay big. We were doing sneaky things, and we started loading on our pods. He says, ever find you, I'm just going to do, he was finding the bio. We found the 50105s. Nope. Anyway, they was in boxes about like that. You drop them on that had cutouts like this, like this. It's got a hole here big enough to boat it with. Then we had a good find.
So, what kind of friendships did you make while you're in the military?
I had a. We had pretty good camaraderie with the Navy, and Christmas time they'd get everybody's girl on the ship, and and if you didn't need to be there, you wasn't there. They said get lost. They begged me, you get lost. Right, Zach? Clear?
Did you stay in touch with any of the guys you served with after you got out?
Yeah, the mailman, and then I went on mess deck, and there we met a boatload of boys, and they're a good bunch of boys. And yeah, write that down if you want that. We had boys that was 18, and the later, and okay, you can write this down too. Ransack and somebody else, they was we was you later on we got up there and
Well, I only have a few more questions for you.
okay.
How did your wartime experience affect your life?
One night when they was firing, you fired. He was wondering what he's doing because he was telling the forward gun deck. And they just had some trouble with that one gun.
And then, what are some life lessons you learned while you were in the military?
Don't kill the enemy.
You said, don't kill the enemy?
Yeah, don't kill the enemy. I can't know. I never did find out. Never did. Just a paper you might get. It, it's probably 3 or 4 days old. We ever get it. And they'd bring down, let's watch it. Something good they'd struck feathers with, and what you wasn't supposed to cut. Just another day in a gun hole. Yeah, they didn't tell you what you could do or nothing. They told you one time and you were supposed to get it.
All right. No room for errors.
Yeah, exactly. And let's shoot a couple rounds. They, they, they was doing some mighty shifting of shells, and you didn't know, sit laying on deck, do this screwed old. There's a lot of people that shoots at them guns over there that they wasn't supposed to be there. Then when you had a good round or something like that, good time, Charlie, they squeaked by. I don't know how they done it. By God, when they had a receive things we wanted to make something good, something bad, and they made it. You just got out of the way. They had their own clique, and when they found out that we was finding gun, then things changed. You weren't allowed to do this, you weren't allowed to do that. You felt when it come to party time, you'd never know that was a shit.
And how has your military experience impacted your feelings about war and the military in general?
All I can say it was fine and dandy.
It's a good way to sum it up, is any?
Yeah, right. if you was going to put a party on the deck, you put it on that deck. They'll come out and inspect it. Yeah, well, they need a little bit more of these. And, okay, get down to these here.
Now, I only got a couple more questions left for you. Is there anything you feel like we haven't discussed or should be added to this interview? No. Okay.
Well, I'm saying this because I'm still under gag order. I can't talk about it. I can't do that one.
I understand. And then my last question is, what message would you like to leave for future generations who will see this video or see this interview?
Don't go aboard ship unless you got a, cause it gets you. When that fire 5-inch goes out, no, you can't get it. Yeah, you can have it. Turn that thing off.
Okay. That was my last question. So this concludes our interview, and I would just like to say thank you for uh, taking the time to do this interview, and thank you so much for your service.
Well, and that. You're welcome. I done melt back. Yeah, I did a war with you because you don't want to be there.
I go with you.
Well, that's right. You get somebody that goes, does it all the time. Day. Yeah.